A beautiful sunset glimpse of New Orleans, Louisiana, the city that care forgot. We've got basketball action from New Orleans, Louisiana, home of the Pelicans, here on 2K Sports. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. I'm Kevin Harlan. You look at Denver. Try as they might, they've fallen behind the pack, but a chance here to reclaim some ground. It might be tough, but this is a team they're capable of beating.
Well, this is an opportunity for them to even this season's series.
Let's see what you got, son.
Oh, I got plenty.
And so it's New Orleans with it. It's a three-point game. They beat the Nuggets during their last encounter in Denver.
That was one of those games where everybody has fun because they blew them out. The bench played. Everybody got in on the act.
Here's Davis. Blocked. Martinez is checked in for the Nuggets.
You know, guys, looking at the Pelicans over the last 10 and how they compare to the rest of the league. Second in steals. Second in blocks. And they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
No, they just play hard, Clark. They play hard every single night. And that's really shown in those steals totals that you talked about. They really attack the offense. They try to make every possession a difficult one. And when they're on their game, they're forcing turnovers, creating havoc, and then getting out in transition. Sometimes players have a fairy tale beginning to their career, but not him. It was a rough first outing.
Yeah, you know, he looked at ease for long stretches of the game, and the team, however, the team overall didn't look their best. We'll see how he continues to improve individually.
Wilson Chandler, a versatile forward, Steve, in his 7th season out of DePaul.
I like him, Kevin. I mean, he's strong enough to play inside, quick enough to guard on the perimeter, and then he's got that three-point range on his shot. So, very versatile player.
Wilson Chandler, 2 seasons now removed from hip surgery, showing no ill effect last season as he started at the small forward spot in the place of the injured Danilo Gallinari.
Martinez with it. Evans picks him up. Unloads from 13. It's good. Nice touch from Martinez. Martinez has got his first points in this one. The Pelicans have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8.
What you like about Chandler, an inside-out scoring threat, and he's an explosive finisher around the rim, too. With shooting range that stretches out beyond the arc.
And again, New Orleans has no luck. Here's a follow. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
The Pelicans trail. We've got 1:23 left here in the opening quarter. Kicks it out to Gordon. Feeds to Holiday. No good on the 3.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Martinez drives in. Chandler, the pass to Martinez. Back to Chandler. Just 4 to shoot. Chandler gets the screen from Martinez. And again, it's Denver.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Martinez against Holiday. Evans kicks to Holiday. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
I'll tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Withy's checked in for Davis. Salmons comes in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Rivers in for Gordon. Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Mozgov. Alinari comes in for Fareed. Harris is checked in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Foy in for Aaron Aflalo. Withy dishes to Holiday. Puts it up from 12. That one rolling around and rims out. Here's Foy. Last time out he had 14 points. Here's Martinez. From deep three-point range. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Either team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And the Nuggets got swap here for New Orleans. A different look for Denver. Denver leading by 6.
This New Orleans team is now in their second season as the Pelicans. The name, which was subject to some critique early on, has actually turned out to be nice for the franchise with a new group of players, new ownership, and it fits nicely into creating a new identity.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, Fareed and Mozgov in the middle. Aflalo and Chandler are on the wings. And it's Martinez in at the point guard. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, incredibly, Anthony Davis, one of the league's rangiest big men, and it's rumored that he's still growing. Asked about it, Davis joked, "I hope not. I don't want to be 7 feet. It just sounds weird, but if I grow, I can't help it." He does, however, want to get stronger, though. Now up over 240 pounds, he's putting in work in the weight room. Sounds like trouble for the competition, Kevin.
That should help him hold his own inside, Doris. Thanks. When you talk about the Pelican mascot, Steve, wingspan, a term that definitely applies to this team and the young Anthony Davis.
Yeah, it's a great name. You know, Davis was last year's leading shot blocker to go with 20 points and 10 boards a game. I mean, this guy is a potential superstar and obviously the key for this club moving forward.
Evans with it. Now Chandler defending. Evans passes to Anderson. The feed to Holiday. Outside Gordon. Back to Holiday. 6 to shoot. 54 seconds left to play in the first half. Misses the layup. Here's Martinez. Mozgov kicks to Aflalo. Martinez outside. From beyond the arc. Pelicans with the rebound. Holiday's got his third rebound tonight.
Well, I think they've lost their aggressiveness a little bit. They're not getting fouled and going to the line.
Well, you know, that's an excellent point you make there, Steve, but we got to be careful not to nitpick here. I mean, they do still have the lead, and that's an advantage they'd be wise to continue to press forward on.
Now Martinez. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Clippers. He got it up. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half is now in the books. The Nuggets on top. They're up by 7. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the...
Yes, guys, I'm here with Anthony Davis. And Anthony, based on how the game has been going so far, what's your attitude going to be when you come out to play this second half?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So, we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win.
All right, guys, focus on me. We got them where we want them, and we can quiet these fans down even more if...
And now the third quarter. Jimmer Fredette comes in for Drew Holiday. A different look for Denver. New Orleans has gone 2 for 2 on their three-point shots since we started overtime. Something they might want to stick with. Martinez in at point guard. JaVale McGee is out there with Harper. Then there's Harris. And it's G in at the 3 spot. The drive by Gordon. Evans outside. Steps back and shoots. Buries the jump shot. Evans has got 36.
They certainly haven't let these fans down tonight. Been a fun night to be in the building.
I mean, the atmosphere has been great, and no doubt that helped with the winning effort.
Checking in for your Martinez outside. From deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
It's going to be a tough loss to swallow. Much gas left in the tank once we got to overtime.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. An impressive victory in overtime after an exciting end in regulation.
You know what? In a long game, fatigue can sometimes affect every...
Tyreek.
Man, I know the team had a bad night, but I feel a little bit better knowing it wasn't as bad as your night.
Hey, man, back off, all right? It's not like you led us to victories while I tried to bring us down. You're not perfect.
Relax, man. I'm just messing with you. Just let it go. Get back on the horse tomorrow.
Easy for you to say. You didn't embarrass yourself out there. I did.
Forget it. The best shooters don't remember the misses.
What misses? I got amnesia.
That's the spirit.
Well, I'm sailing. Oh, yeah.
We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. We'll also be hearing from our friend Dorsberg from the...
You're up. Let's go.
Time to do my thing.
Here's Conley. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. It's Prince on the wing. To the left side wing. Gasol dishes to Randolph. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Martinez, he's checked in for Denver. Let's now take a look at some league leaders with the rundown of the best passing big men in the NBA over the past month. Marc Gasol on top.
You think of some of the great passing big men over the years, and they are some of the best players ever. I'm sure that's not lost on him.
And he's worked really hard to develop that part of his game, and it's paying off. He's getting better and better.
Conley's shot is off.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
Well, good teams tend to have a defined style of play. Steve, the Grizzlies had grit and grind, but it seems they're
throwback style, Kevin, but it suited their personnel perfectly, particularly with Randolph and Gasol down low. The slower pace lent itself to better defense for them, and they really pounded you inside, that's for sure.
Chandler kicks to Aflalo. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Aflalo's got his first bucket of the night. Memphis leading. Outside Conley. There's the dish to Randolph. That's good. Randolph's got 6. 1:25 left in the first quarter. Martinez drives in. Hands the 12-footer. 1:11 left in the first. Conley, the pass to Lee. The 10-footer. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. The Nuggets trail by 4. Martinez up top, covered by Conley. Martinez drives in.
Oh, we have a moment now to check out the story on Marc Gasol. Some kind of performance he's been turning in and night out these past 4 or 5 weeks. He was 6th in scoring, and he's been a terrific rebounder as well, in the top 10 in that category per game.
And you don't become a top 10 scorer, Steve, without a variety of offensive moves and a whole bunch of tricks in your bag. So he makes for wonderful highlights the way he can score.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Kufis checked in for Randolph. Carter comes in for Tayshaun Prince. Nick Calathes, he's checked in for Lee. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. Gasol drops 2.
I think they've got to be more disciplined here, Kevin. Already way too many fouls and too many free points for the opponent.
Martinez left side. From deep. That's good. Martinez has got 7 points. For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Udrich, right now averaging 5 points a game. Carter drives in. Here's Udrich. The shot is off. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Here's Martinez. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
Tune in this Saturday night, January 31st. The Charlotte Hornets take on Kenneth Faried and the Denver Nuggets. Make sure to catch it.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the... Second quarter going back here. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
This is a physical brand of basketball we're seeing so far. They're getting the foul.
Going with almost an entire new group here. Zach Randolph is checked in for Gasol. Prince comes in for Vince Carter. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Nick Calathis. And Mike Conley subbed in for Udrih. Prince is the 3 and Randolph the 4. Conley and Lee, they're the backcourt. And it's Koufos in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Lee kicks to Conley. Now here's Martinez. 7 points in the game. Gallinari, a screen on Lee. No one covering. Now just a 3-point Grizzly lead.
That's 3 in a row, guys. 3 three-pointers consecutively. These guys are just raining in shots.
Yeah, the defenders can't be as soft as they've been on the perimeter there. Well, you know, for teams in the NBA nowadays, it's all about getting bang for your buck. I mean, Mike Conley out of Ohio State, one of the great value contracts in the league, and with all the analytics and general managers looking for value, Memphis happy to have an all-star caliber still player like him still locked up through 2016.
No good on the free throw. And you have to give Mike Conley, Steve, an awful lot of credit for the emergence of the Grizzlies, I think, is a factor in the Western Conference.
Kevin, I think he's one of the best point guards in the league. Probably doesn't get enough credit, but his progression as a player at both ends, year after year, he just seems to get better, and he provides that poise and leadership that his club needs.
And he's good on the second.
Well, the former Buckeye Conley has been great. 12 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc.
Afflalo outside. The shot by Chandler, wide open. Misses the three.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
Conley against Afflalo. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 11. Here's Randolph. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. As you look at Memphis, right now they've compiled the 3rd best record in the conference. And, of course, Denver just need to take it a game at a time.
When I look at Memphis, of all the surprises the NBA has provided us with this season, they may be the biggest of them all.
I agree, Clark. I mean, coming out of the preseason, it would have been very difficult to make a case for them being one of the NBA's top teams, and yet here we are, and here they are.
On the wing, Afflalo sinks the three-pointer. Afflalo's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide-open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the All-Star Weekend, no D. And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Such a wide-open look. And that's 12 points for Rain Man.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. For Memphis, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game. The Grizzlies making a switch here. And he makes the first but misses the second.
Free throws haven't been too kind to them here in the second quarter. I mean, you have the lead with the ability to extend that lead. In order for that to happen, you've got to make your free throws.
And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. And
all right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on. We're going to turn this from a close game into our game.
Welcome back, everyone. Some changes for Memphis. Vince Carter, who's checked in for Randolph. Nick Galathis comes in for Lee. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. Big group substitution here for Denver. Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for Mozgov. Alinari comes in for Wilson Chandler. Harris is checked in for Aaron Afflalo. And it's Foy in for Robinson. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Down low, it's Faried and JaVale McGee. Harris is out there with Foy. And it's Gallinari in at small forward. Martinez, he's checked in for Harris. JaVale McGee, a 7-footer with length and athleticism, can certainly play in the perimeter defensively. Guards the rim so well. And Steve, he can reach over 2 feet above.